Hey, we're live. How are you? Oh, visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? My goodness, it's already been 3 weeks, right? We're back. We're back from our summer vacation, and I hope every one of you have already enjoyed some part of your summer, even though it may be not a vacation, but take some breaks, right? Feel free to let me know later in the chat and let us know what is your best experience in your summer so far. And by the way, recently I did some survey to some of our young entrepreneurs like youth and teenagers. We are having our teen CEO, right, summer camp, and then we asked them what's their best summer experience so far, and it's very funny. Everyone shared their just a recent, very fresh experience. I even learned quite some like new words, new experience, new art, and new animals. It's wonderful. So definitely share under the video in the chart. Let us know what is your best experience so far through the summer. And for me, I had the 2 weeks traveling with my family. Went to Las Vegas, went to California. We visited my child friends in Los Angeles, and also went to San Francisco. So went to Yosemite National Park, right, all in California. So it's a wonderful trip. Except I actually shared last week, except the COVID, right? We were impacted by the COVID, but thank God, just quickly within around 1 week, we recovered. So super happy that that's like a big hurdle, right? A big, almost like a fear. So the past 2.5 years, so many people are impacted, and fortunately we got vaccines, and so the symptoms were mild and a little bit like a cold. It's still like a very inconvenient because we have to wear 2 layers of masks everywhere, right? Even though we stay together with the family members, we still like wear our masks to protect each other. So it's very inconvenient, I would say. I would rather not to have that experience, right? So hopefully every one of you are healthy. And today's topic, okay, let's get on today's topic. Today's topic, I'm super happy after 3 weeks, and now I'm getting back to my working mode, right? It's getting my heart, my spirit, everything back to focus on what I have been doing, what I'm passionate about to empower our visionary entrepreneurs, life changers like you. Okay, so and we're now inside of our Facebook group, Abundant Entrepreneurs. And hope if you are, some of you may be listening to this replay from other channels, resources, make sure that you join our Facebook group Abundant Entrepreneurs, because this is the place every Monday, except like the last 3 weeks. I've been doing this a whole year, like continuously, except the last 3 weeks, like vacations. And every week, right? Every Monday we gather here and have the momentum Monday, and then we set up the tone for the rest of the week to have the momentum, because the momentum, like Tony Robbins said, the momentum is everything. You need that momentum no matter how great like vision or like goals you have. If you do not have a momentum, you will stay in like a not a high energy level, then you will not get these results you want, right? Truly. So definitely make sure that the book on your calendar every Monday 2 p.m. Eastern time is our momentum Monday. Have this commitment to yourself and with us, so let us like hold each other accountable, so you would have this structure and this like a habit hold you and lift you up to own your energy. So today our topic is about money, values, and impact. Sounds great, right? I'm wondering which word kick to you first. Is it money, or is it the values, or is it impact? Which sounds like the most important to you so far, okay? So this is a little bit related to our core values. What do you value the most? Why I put the money there first? Because everybody needs money, right? I used to not pay so much attention to money because I'm a more, how to say, a person focused on non-material things, intangible things like the thoughts, the relationships, and the spirituality, everything like that. That's what I'm truly, love and to talk about, and to really every day. I will never get tired of thinking about all these kind of great minds and beautiful things and artistic things and nature, and anything I could do with my energy, with my passion to empower other people, not money related, but through 13 years of over 13 years of entrepreneurship in the coaching and in other business as well. and now have coaching and also financial business. And the more and more now I'm thinking about the money, how money could really, like taking the money as an energy can really help us to help more people. Like people said, if you have a vision and you also have money, you could change the world. Okay, so if you only have vision without money, you may have like change a little bit. If you only have money, not a great vision or like intention to help people, and money could do evil things for some people, right? So it's really like a good things combined together with money, like you get the extra force, and it can really definitely help many people. And then why today? Let me first talk about if we talk about the different how to say that services in the market, right? People normally call it high ticket. Many of you may be familiar with the high ticket, right? High ticket means the services you charge, especially like a service-based products or services, right? It's like you charge higher money, premium money, and compared with like a low tickets or middle level of tickets. And if you learn something like, for example, in the coaching industry, um, or whatever like professional services you're providing, normally like a lower tickets we call like under like 100 $200, those like entry level of like low end, like low end tickets products, sometimes like books, ebooks, or some downloadable stuff. Some people just charge like dozens of bucks or even just a few bucks, right? Under 100, people will think, or maybe like event tickets under 100. People would think that's like no tickets, right? It's like a it sounds like much easier to sell to a lot of people, to let's follow mass. And then it's like a middle level, a few hundreds, and to under 2000, depends on your own standards. Some of them like define them under like for example under 5000 they call like a middle level, right? And above 5000 it's called like high tickets. Some maybe you put the bar a little bit lower, like above 2000 you could call like higher tickets. Depends on specifically what area you are providing the services. Okay, let's say like above a few thousands, you can choose yours, either 2000, 3000, or 5000, right? And when you get to more senior level, maybe you will call 10,000. Above 10,000 is your high ticket. So the high tickets, and more and more I found in our coaching industry, and more people are focusing on that. So if you are pursuing money, you definitely want to start with, like many mentors would suggest you even start with high tickets, even before you sell any no tickets, right? Sounds like doesn't not make sense. It's like a counter, like it's like a construct to traditional thoughts. Like people think, oh, you should start from no and gradually grow to the higher ticket, right? Initially, I also think that way. So when you did not have enough experience, you want to charge people lower, and where your experience and success, reputation, everything like grow, right? You could charge more. That's like a very logical, very traditional way. But now more and more people, even like some like those newbies in the industry who just started a few months, they would charge high tickets because it's now like this trend, starting with the high tickets. And to if you really focus on pursuing money, the high tickets it can quickly get you to, even though you do not have that. That all depends on people's marketing, right? Some people just claim they have this and that and share some great stories, and then they can start from charging high tickets, right? If you want to do that kind of like a marketing strategy, you could try that. If you have a very powerful message, you have a very great stories, and you have a great solution, like this is based on like a high ticket is really based on like a problem solving kind of a mindset. So you find where is the big problem, like a very hot market, right? People are already investing in that area, wants to get results. The most popular so far is like how teach people how to make money, even though it sounds very ridiculous. Like those people who have not really made any money and they claim that they can help you make big money, and maybe use some like I don't know, whatever cases they created, and get quite some people attracted in it, and then they accumulate from there, right? From like some pretended stories and then become a real stories because it's just like this is most interesting weird kind of a story in this market. Is just like people sell how to help you make money, and then they actually make money from that. Okay, so that's popular. It's just like a, almost like a sell your money and by earning your money. Okay, so that's like a very simple formula now in this market. Very, it's like a, you can see that that's like a quickest way people making money. Even though some newbies just started business a few months, they claim that they can help you make big money, and some people buy in, and then gradually from there they accumulate cases, and they can like boast that kind of results more and more, and eventually make big money and quick money as well. So that's the first type, the money one, high tickets, right? It's really focusing on the problem wherever that is like a hot trend. Either like there are three areas people call like money, health, or you can call like wealth, right? Wealth, health, and relationships. That's the three big like areas people can make money. Either you like help people make money quickly and a big volume, and that's a place you can sell high tickets. Another one in the health part is like it's very like some challenging areas for the health issues, and wherever you can find that specific problems, you sell people that kind of high tickets. And then relationships, how to teach people how to date and quickly find their mate, and get married, and also find their soulmate, etc. Right? And people in that area really have the needs, right? Singles, or like they really have the needs, and that's a high tickets to sell as well. So that's the first one is the high tickets area. Really focus on money and find a hard problem to solve. And then the second one is I call like value tickets. What is value tickets? From like customer angle, the value tickets is really like the investment is not big, so big, right? It's a reasonable, it's moderate, but the values are great. They get the really the best teaching and the great experience and all the values, and the teachers or the mentors or coaches are providing, and the investment they feel like it's matching. It's like really like they even feel like they got some advantage, right? They got some privilege, and they invest so limited time, but they get more values. So that kind of a, it's not really like a high tickets. I know quite some high tickets are very good values as well. I invest in quite some high tickets as well. But some of them, if you really compare the values, does it really how to say worth that much money? And you will feel like a little bit doubt, right? And that's quite like a ticket, high tickets, but not really the value. The value tickets is really what they provide so much services and values and the results to the clients, and you put so much like heart and energy and time and services into it, and like it's like all your clients provide over deliver. It's really like over deliver the values, and people just invest the money. They feel like they are taking advantage of you, almost like that. Really feel like it's a great investment. It's what they could afford, and at the same time they get the best value. Okay, some example. I also boast, by the way, I have okay, I will give you examples after I explain all these three kinds of tickets, right? And now the third one is impact tickets. What does that mean, impact tickets? Impact ticket is more like this one, you're not focusing on the money part, and not just like a value part. You are focusing on more how you can reach more people, the volume, and how many people's life you can really touch, and you can bring the really the both the values, and also the almost like a movement and influence to as many people as you can. So the impact one majority time is could be like even like a free part, the free content, free tickets, like for example give people free tickets to the challenges, like your content is downloadable stuff, all these kind of things, right? I know you do including now I'm doing a live video. This is like a part of the impact, and all these kind of things, majority of them we provide for free, and we provide both values, and but it's free, right? It's not even like a value tickets. You're not really investing any money. You may invest some time, but you will find the time is value, it's worth it in the investment, right? So the impact one is not just focusing on how much money you can make, is how much values you provide, but it's also like how many people you can really touch and influence. So Here, I'll give you some examples now. For example, the high tickets, right? I have three, by the way, three types of all the tickets, right? I have my free content like impact tickets, including to my challenge. I will share more later, and then also have my values tickets. It's really big value, but I give them people almost like a long profit. For example, recently I'm doing a Teen CEO Club summer camp. This like every summer when my kids are off their schools, that we are taking vacation or we are like whatever. The kids are staying most time, right? Just like out of school, they are not busy, and I want to run this program so to engage my kids as well and also help other kids. So this one and this year I'm working. Last year I worked with a partner. This year I'm working with another partner, totally non-profit partners. So then we charge minimum money to but provide a lot of values and a lot of time and actually also logistics inside of it, because like this is for teenagers, for youth, and involved with their parents, with the teenagers as well, a lot of logistics, and we coach them, we guide them. It's more like much more work than you guide and coach adults, right? So all those like young teenagers and youth, we will give them more guidance and give them like personalized individual feedback, and even now, for example, next week we will have a whole month. No, not starting tomorrow actually. Tomorrow, since for the rest of the 4 weeks, we will have this summer camp. I've already since last week been working with them, have a warm up activities, all this thing. I've already started coaching and guiding them, and even before the camp started, right? It's a lot of work. But what I could call this is it's more like the value tickets. It's like I'm over delivering my values. This part is like is more based on your passion, the passion and the meaning. Okay, so like the first category, the money ticket, the high tickets, the money category, right? It's more for pursuing the money, and you focus on solve the problems that is hard, and so you can provide a quick and easy solution, and you can get more customer and put in the money in, right? So that's like a quick model if you focus on the money. And now the second one, the value tickets, you're really focusing on what you are passionate about, the values, your purpose, the meanings you are contributing to the world. So this is more like how do we call that? It's like the niche one, the niche thing. If you want to provide the value tickets, you want to be clear about your niche. So instead of pursuing any kind of a popular hard problems to solve, here you focus more on align with your own purpose, passion, your gifts, what you are called here to do, and what you are here to contribute to this world. So teen CEO, even though like teens are not my focus, I've been focusing on empowering visionary entrepreneurs, life changers like you, right, in our Facebook group. But teenagers also have a heart for them, especially I have two teenagers growing with me, right? I know that if I can help them, I can definitely help the future leaders, future entrepreneurs, and brighten their lives and also their families. So it's very meaningful. So even though I'm charging very minimum and put a lot of more energy and time than even my high tickets offers, but I feel like it's worth it. So that's why today I'm sharing this message, because the reason I'm doing all these things and comparing, because I also have my high tickets. For example, I charge my high tickets over 5,000, right? Just for a few months, like 3 months, for over $5,000, and just for serve like one client, for example, like one client you can charge over 5,000. Just a few clients I've already make like over six figure, right? And I remember in a recent new book I'm reading, over subscribed, there's a case about the high tickets, like a very famous kind of a business strategist, and he is, guess what, he is charging every of his client over multiple six figure. That's a very high tickets, right? Like it's quite higher tickets, like a higher end of higher tickets. And guess how many clients he needs? It's very interesting. He only needs eight such kind of clients, and he has been serving just like around eight high ticket clients, right? From money side, he definitely gets good money, and he's getting like millions of dollars from only eight clients. Those high end, successful like executives, He's coaching them on their life, on their business, on their tough decision makings. Are only 8. Okay, he get enough money, but talking about the values and also the impact sounds like not enough, right? Sounds definitely like the values is contributing. But that part I would not argue. Maybe you could say, oh, he impacted those 8 executives, then each executives could impact hundreds or even thousands of other people, right? Maybe that makes sense. If you are really coach leaders, even though you are just coach a few, it can indirectly really impact many more people. So but it's just like that's a super high tickets give you some concept. It's just you every year you just need a few of them to make your like a 6 figure or even like 7 figures. And but here I want to focus more on talking about the value tickets and also the impact tickets. So the value tickets we're talking about, you want to clarify your niche. So you're not just to pursue some very like a hard problem, whatever hard problem there, right? Like make more money or this thing. But think about it deeply. What make you really feel called to do? Like I'm called to empower visionary entrepreneurs, life changers, to step up for their call and stand out in the market as confident experts and store leaders so that they could impact more lives. And for the purpose of what? Abundance of all. That is a movement I'm leading. Purpose of like abundance of all. So for this value tickets, you want to start from your niche and then serve the ideal people that you love and you really feel connecting with. And some people say that the ideal clients is really like who you are ahead of them, right? Like it's like they are just like your old version. When you just like for example, like a few years of you, a few years of like ago, that's your old version. Those clients you feel so resolute with them, you understand their pains, understand their dreams and vision and what they are struggling with, and from there you help them. It's just like what you personally went through your personal transformations, you know what's the strugglings, what's the pains, and also through your transformation, you also know what's the solution, what's the best way for them, and how is the best way to fulfill, right? So that's where you serve. That's a value tickets, and so normally there you do not focus on money, even though you still make money, but you focus more on the meaning, the purpose, and also the values and contributions you can provide. And then now, finally, the impact tickets. That's where this impact ticket is where majority like it's a little bit contradicted to the how to say the value tickets. Oh no, the money tickets. The money tickets is more focused on how I can get the high tickets, the sales, the money quickly, right? But the impact tickets really need all your patience because there is like also that's like extension from the value tickets. Like also based on your purpose, your passion, your niche, but there you want to generate more meaning, generate more impact and influence and reach more people. So that's where the content get into the focus. The content is how the content is meaningful, the valuable, and also the content you need to do it consistently, almost like every day. And many of our successful mentors and examples, they are doing that not just like daily consistent, but also like multiple times. They hold themselves accountable. For example, one of my mentors, like Dean Grossasi, he has been doing the like Monday, his live, he has a Monday live, much shorter, is around like 10 minutes, sometimes shorter than 10 minutes, some up to like 15 minutes. So, but he's consistent doing it every Monday to collect with his, he called a mastermind community and give them some brief message, sometimes related to his life, his family's life, or his business, and give him some like inspiration. That's a great bonding and also a great impact. So that's why he's maintaining like thousands of like a hundred, let's say like dozens of thousands of people in his community and keep connecting with them. That's a great way. And I love this like Momentum Monday as well because I'm here to really connect with my community as well. And every week is holding me accountable. And sometimes when you are busy or you are whatever doing what other things, or maybe your mood is not there, but once the structure is set up, it will really hold you accountable and make you get into that mode as well. So I appreciate this one, and I appreciate this is holding me accountable and getting me to dig out what is the best I've already learned to share with you. At the same time, I can grow together. So whatever I'm creating and grow together, and based on the feedback, based on people's comments and their likes and whatever the suggestions, I'm growing as well. So this is definitely a great thing. Like you want to create the content that help you to connect with your potential and also your ideal audience. And through this way, you're generating an impact and contributing the values that's even beyond those tickets you are charging, right? Even though this like impact part one is like free. Some people say that, oh, if it's free, you're not really changing people's lives. I do not fully agree with that. And many of them are actually in the fact in what they are doing, they admitted that because all those like mentors like Ed Manette, Tony Robbins, Dean Gross, Arce, Russell Brunson, all of them are doing the free content every day to attract their new audience and to strengthen the bonding with their existing audiences, right? So this impact tickets, sometimes you do not even need the tickets. It's just like we give you share this publicly and you get this access. And some challenge, maybe like a free challenge, you get the tickets, right? But majority of this is really like it's like open there, available to you, very convenient today. Like we have our YouTube channel, you can go to our YouTube channel to watch. And by the way, after I do this live, I will upload this replay to my YouTube. Or maybe some of you are watching this replay now from my YouTube, right? All those resources are really for the impact purpose. And the impact is not just for your own. Like Tony, I remember Tony Robbins has that the sixth level of personal needs, right? And from starting of, I forgot exactly, but I remember like a higher level, like lower level definitely it's like your survival, right? Your like material things. But higher level will be like love connections and also your, one of that I remember is significance, and then above significance then is your growth, personal growth, and also contribution. So this is super important. Initially I was thinking about, oh, what's the real difference between significance and impact. You know, many young people, entrepreneurs, I coached quite some of them, and they were thinking about, oh, what's my purpose? I want to be significant. I want to, it's just like people think they want people to think them they are very important. So that significance is really like self-oriented. It's like focusing on yourself. But then impact is different. Impact is here is like you want to contribute. You focus on them, audience, your clients, your potential clients, right? Those people you want to help. You want to contribute to your values. That is the impact. So from that needs, right? That's the pyramid. That needs from significance to your growth and to that contribution and impact part. That's like a growth layer by layer. And from yourself, get out of yourself and really oriented to your people that you want to help. And then that's a personal transformation as well. So I hope today you get this kind of a further clarification between the difference of like money or high tickets and the value tickets and also impact tickets. The impact one is really where you focus on the contribution. At the same time, you also focus on your personal growth, because if you do not keep growing, you could not contribute as much as you want, right? So for example, you even no matter how much you've already learned, sometimes you always feel like, oh, it's never enough. And the more you grow, actually you realize there's so much I don't know, right? It's like at the beginning when you are like a younger, you feel like, oh, I know so much, I could really help so many people. And while you are keep learning and more, the more you learn, the more you feel like I don't know so much, right? So like you get a more humble place and more like a growing. So I'm so happy that in this coach industry for 13 years and more I feel like I know nothing. Even though now I'm sharing something, I hope you get inspiration. I sometimes feel like I know nothing, because sometimes you unconsciously grow to a certain point of level. You sort of, oh, this sounds like so basic, sounds like everybody should know that. But then when you really communicate with people, you find the majority of them don't know that, don't know what you know. Okay, so now you know that what you know, and also at the same time, while the wisdom grows, you also realize what I don't know, right? And more what I don't know. But and then the more and more you will also realize like maybe, oh, what I don't know, right? I don't know what I don't know. So, but that's beyond another level. It's just really, that's why in our meditation I call my abundance meditation. Have that connection. I believe all my mentors have that level of meditation as well. They collect with the creator, the source, the force, bigger than us, greater than us. Because if you really get to that level of thought leadership level, and you're really impacting thousands and dozens of thousands or even millions of people, right? You cannot just depend on yourself, even not just your own human body anymore. Like some level, you connect with the greater source, like a universal intelligence, and from there, that through that meditation, you even through our prayers, right? We pray for that kind of a that kind of a our creator will use us as their messengers, as their tool, as their vehicle to help like many people as we can. This is like a purpose. You're totally purpose connected at this impact level. And also through the meditation, through your self learning, you want always connect with that greater source. And at the same time, of course, you keep reading books, right, and get all this kind of a great like knowledge. And also very important, just to connect with people, understand people's natures. We will never be enough, right? I know like Tony Robbins is super great at his empathy and understanding people's natures, because he's also Dean Gross essay, because all of their like tragic kind of childhood experience. I also have my trauma experience with my family, with my own marriage, with my own relationships, right? All these kind of things help you to increase your wisdom, help you increase your understanding of human natures, and understand our limitations. And also at the same time, through your transformations, you understand the superpower, almost like a superpower there, that is empowering us, and that is picking us up, and also it's really equipping us. Like Adam and Les said, God does not choose who are qualified. God, God does not. Let's see that God does not uh, qualify. Let me see. God does not qualify those um, chosen ones, and God actually exactly how did He say that? I need to remember that. It's because it's a genius thing. I need to figure that out. God actually equip unqualified is meanings like that. God actually equip that those who are chosen. Okay, so who are chosen, even though maybe you are not qualified, God will equip you, make you ready. So that's why you really need to connect with your creator and your source. Some of you maybe do not believe in spirituality, does not believe in God. It's totally fine, but just understand that we all, as human beings, have our limitations. So the best way is to fulfill your life, right? You all want, most of you, at least the majority of you, want success, want to find that meaning, want to fulfill your life, want to make your life worth, right, of your journey here on earth. So you want to explore what is like what you don't know, and keep a humble and a grateful heart there. Always keep learning from other people, from books, from like now there are so many like multimedia resources, right? From all resources. And someday maybe you hear some voice, not directly just from you. My daughter said, oh, God is just me, God is inside of me, and I'm talking with God, it's just like talking with myself. And I told her like when your experience grows, and you will feel someday that you are not just by yourself. Okay, you are, God is not just yourself, or some people think God is imagination, but really that kind of power and source is there, and the majority of the time we have not accessed yet. So anyway, I do not want to talk too much about that. Some of you maybe are not familiar with that, some of you maybe not comfortable talking about this area. But the here, get back to our impact, is really collect with more about your life's meaning and what you are called here to do. And through your everyday creation, we are We are the little creators, okay, here. Even though we are like trivial, we are small, we are like limited, but we are also powerful creator. And that's why, and today I want to also encourage every one of you that believing in more of your, even though we still have those limitations, right? But do not focus on that part. Focus more on how we are like the great gifts of imagination and our creativity, all these kind of things we can create, right? Like today I'm coming here, create a new topic and also share with you. It's just a by the flow, whatever I'm thinking about, what I'm learning about. Of course I need to keep learning, but I also hope that you get inspirations to think about this topic between the money, values, and impact. How eventually the question now is like, where should you focus on your energy, right? And here I want to give you some practical ideas. It's just like also depends on where you are, but never only just focusing on one area, right? You do not want to just focus on only money to pursue only high tickets, or you just only focus on, like for example, many of our spirituality teachers focus on only spirituality but do not pay enough attention on the money part, because that part is also part of your abundance, part of your fulfillment. If you do not make enough money, you could not like sustain your passion for long term, and eventually you will feel drained no matter how passionate you are about something. If you're not making money, you're not realistic living in this world, right? And also money can help you definitely change the world, can really impact more lives. So definitely you want some balance, and depends on your stage in your life and also in your business. You want to have a different like more focus, right? For example, at the beginning of your stage and where you are not so much experienced, you want to focus on like a contribution, more like a value tickets. um, some mentors I know, they want to start right away from high tickets. I personally, from ethical way, I would encourage people, if you are new in the business, still focusing on the value tickets and also contribute the impact way. And impact actually should always be part of your focus, because you want to do a sustainable business. If you are really doing what you love to do, you want to do it long term. So you always want to cultivate, provide, contribute like a content, values, messages, and great inspirations. You want to grow your community, grow your audience. So this should be like a almost like a background, like a continuously doing it. And then for the ticket part, for the money high tickets, or it's like a value tickets, I would still suggest, if you're new at the beginning, you focus on the value tickets, where you are more confident and more like really experienced on the services you're providing, and you can charge high tickets. I definitely had that way, and I feel more comfortable, and also integrity, not integrity, right? You feel like ethical. I have already accumulated so many years of experience and learning from invest myself in all these kind of great masters and learn all these things. I have the confidence to teach in high tickets, right? Instead of like pretending, like some people that pretend, oh, I can make you this and that to keep those, and they make all those kind of promises, but maybe not really they are delivering that, right? So that's why I would suggest at the beginning you focus on the value tickets and gradually get into your higher tickets. And eventually you want all of them, right? After quite a few years, let's say 5 years, after 5 years, you have three of them. You could have all of them, right? You have your high tickets, you get money, and also have your value tickets, and really contribute good values and over deliver values. And then the third one, impact, always contribute great inspirations and content to enrich people and also attract your ideal. Keep growing, expanding your community and influence. And okay, never forget about the call to action, right? So what could you do for the high? By the way, I provide all these different levels of coaching, and from your niche, from your purposeful and profitable niche, to your irresistible offers, and to you how to help you to use the content to stand out. And by the way, I have an invitation for you. Our next content challenge, the Make More Content Challenge, is in September. So, and this month I'm focusing on the Teen CEO. It's my value tickets, and we were almost sold out. So we will start since tomorrow, have 4 weeks of coaching for the teenagers. I'm super excited for that. And through our pre-coaching, they've already got quite some great warm-up activities results. And so I will spend the 4 weeks focusing on those teenagers. And at the same time, I coach our entrepreneurs. So after the summer, I all focus on our adults, entrepreneurs, visionary entrepreneurs, and life changers like you. So in addition to the niche and also the offer, and then it's our content. So make sure that I will share the link under our video. Make sure that you join our next one. This is for free, okay? This is totally for the values to and contributions to help you. So sorry for that. Let me see. The free one I have okay, I have both. I have a free one and also the value, the value tickets. The free one is the content creator. I really share this free content creator downloadable for all of our audience. And then for a challenge, the challenge is not free. It's a value tickets. And the basic one, general one, I've already left from like almost like 2 months. I almost forgot. The generic ticket is only $97, and for 5 days. The challenge is really not just challenge. I teach you all this from the purpose, the content purpose, the content art, content science, content strategies, and content movement. All the best practice I've already learned. I invested over 6 figure through all those years, and to multiple 6 figure, I would say, and to learn and to practice through the 13 years. So definitely a great values to you, but only for $97 for general tickets. And if you want to upgrade to VIP, it's only $297. It's still really the value tickets, right? And you can get my personal one-on-one, not one-on-one, personal Q&A. I have to say Q&A, the extra hour Q&A every day for your implementation and answer your questions, and really make you feel like it's a VIP experience, and you can get all the replays forever for a lifetime. Okay. So, and also we have the I cannot remember exactly the bonuses we give there. It's quite some great bonuses for our VIPs. Okay, so definitely, like if you want to join this challenge, the VIP is definitely the best value because it's very low end tickets, but the values you will get is really beyond. I will always over deliver the values, and whatever we list there, I normally always deliver more than what we list there. Okay, so, and we also have all these prices through the way. Every day we have prices it's like a free bonuses for all of you who really participate and engage. All right, that's for today. So money, values, and impact, we could have all of them. Okay, but it's just that you need to fully understand them, have your reflection on it, and have a wise choice at a different stage of your life and business, so that you could have the balance and also could have the best both income and also the values provided to contribute to others, and also the impact expanded. All right, thank you so much. I would look forward to hearing what's your feedback, what's your inspirations, what's your best takeaway, and make sure that you will join our next Make More Content challenge and to really bring your impact to the next level. All right, next one, everyone. See you next time. Okay, have a wonderful week. Bye.